Welcome to the channel. This is another episode of Visions of Love and Relationships, and we're gonna go over what motivates a man and a woman in a relationship. So come on, hang out with us. Hey, what's up, Visionaries?
What's up?
We hope everybody's doing well as usual. Well, I'm Tanya, and this is my wonderful husband, Lamont. I'm gonna say your name today, Lamont. And thank you so much for coming to the channel. If you're new, thank you. Subscribe. You know, we got some juicy stuff coming out. You know, we're gonna keep that content coming. But today is a special day. Every day is special. Let me tell it.
Yeah, every day is a blessing from the Lord.
Yeah, well, yeah. But every video is special. I should say. Let me tell it. Today we're gonna talk about what motivates a woman and a man in relationships. So if you seen our shorts or our reel earlier this week, we talked about we touched it. We touched the topic just briefly, yeah, just as long enough as a short and a reel would allow. So today we really want to unpack that thing, talk a little bit more on it. But before we get into it, baby, I wanted to ask you, how would you feel? Do you think that we could survive us not growing in our relationship, or what's one of the things in our relationship, one of our motivators for growth?
One of our motivators for growth would have to be just...
Is it growth? I said, what's one of our motivators for growth? Well, what motivates us in relationships? And I think that would be growth. For us.
Yeah, growth. Just showing up the best version of ourselves, just being a better version of ourselves than we was yesterday.
So do you feel like our relationship would survive, or you could handle, say, me not being able to grow like I needed to in a relationship, personally and as like your wife?
Well, I mean, it would be hard, but sometimes our environment that we grew up in, I know that it plays a factor in things. So as long as I'm doing my part, then I do my part, then you don't do yours, then it will be hard.
Yeah.
But as long as I do my part and I say I did all I can do, then, but if I didn't do all I can do, then it's partially my fault too, that you're not growing. Especially if I'm growing, you're not growing.
So do you feel like the way people come to a relationship is how they're going to be? Or you can't expect too much out of a person if you already knew that was that person? You know, if they came in not wanting growth, for example, what do you think about that?
If you came in not wanting growth, you can't expect. I know a lot of people say now they see a partner with potential, but you can't. Sometimes you can't expect no more than what you see. Unless you more than what you see in him. Unless you more, then you really can't expect more than what you see from the person, what you liked it when you met them.
Right. Yeah. I know a lot of people think just because they're growing in age that they're growing in growth in life and in a relationship, you know, but it's a big damn difference.
You never stop growing. You always, the older you get, the more you find out that you don't know nothing, man.
Yeah, that's true.
And you always growing. You don't know nothing. Age ain't nothing but a number, as R. Kelly said. But
not R. Kelly.
Yeah, but but it don't matter what age you is. You never stop being ignorant. You never stop putting away, as the Bible said. So a lot of people, you never put away childish ways. So you can be as old, you can be 40, 50, 30s, and 40s, and you can still be childish in your ways, and you act that out in your relationship.
Yeah.
And it stunts your growth.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Also, one of the things that I love about you is that you hungry.
Yeah.
You hungry too. I mean, there's not a moment where, like, I'm more of a quiet person. Like, I be wanting more quietness. But my baby, he listens. He listens and listens and listens. Not only do he listen, he's a soaker.
Yeah, he's the best in 24.
Yeah, so he soaked up that knowledge. And that's one of the things you touched in your short, in your reels. You touched putting that motivation on. It was for a man, but shoot, it actually worked for women too.
Yeah, because a lot of, I know, like I said, for most people, we grew up in an environment where there was not a lot of negative, there was not a lot of positive stuff going around. We didn't listen to positive things. Our parents probably watched
stories.
They probably watched the stories. They watched a lot of drama. I know we grew up in a nature where it's like the Family Matters and
the
Cosbys, which gave us good examples, and then we didn't start getting to the singles families where there was singles, living single, and Martin. They were shacking up, and we started seeing a whole different environment, and all that stuff in entertainment programs our mind. So the environment that we see and we grew up in demonstrating is going to ultimately dictate how our house functions, man.
Right.
And our husband or our partner functions, or our boyfriend functions, however we want to do it.
Yeah, especially if we don't have somebody in a relationship that can seek more and learn more than what those shows and how we were living growing up.
Or what we was taught.
Or what we was taught, then we'll just be stuck in that mindset.
Like I said, a lot of times it's just what we see during our 24-hour period will, like I said, provide that environment for either growth or it's going to provide that environment for negativity, drama, deceitfulness. Whatever we listening to in our 24-hour period is going to really dictate how we live. So we want a man or a woman, we want to grow, then we got to put stuff on to grow. And we got to, is that my phone? Have more positive interactions than negative interactions.
Yeah. A lot of that stuff we can just like kind of manifest in our lives, you know.
Yeah.
Listening to that certain things every day.
Yeah, nowadays it's the hip hop lives of Atlanta or other little lustrous little shows and stuff or dramatified shows. They kind of get in our subconscious mind because what we watch is going to get in our subconscious mind. So we trying to act out the little, we don't mind drama and all that negativity is kind of looked at as a regular thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I definitely see, I want to say more of the people in their 20s, but it's probably some more like people in their 40s too.
Yeah.
But they really try to act like they live in that Housewives of Atlanta. They really taking in those, it's manifesting.
Yeah,
in
they try to manifest that in their life, but but what they seeing is drama.
Right.
So they acted out. They wonder why they got all this drama and
they ain't
chaos.
married. They watching Housewives, but they not married.
Yeah, they trying to act out. Yeah. And it's misconstrued and it's giving us a illusion and we just messing up our mind and we messing up our environment, that if we want an environment for growth or we want an environment for peace, which everybody want peace, then we can't create it. Listen to what we listen to during 24-hour period.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, according to the research by John Gottman, he says successful relationships have 5 to 1 positive interactions. So for every 5 positive interactions you have, you might have 1 negative. So that's a successful relationship. And that goes to show too, inside our having a positive day. So we need to have, if our mind, more time our mind is, that means we having more negative thoughts in our mind or more negative interactions with our mind that's messing up our day, interacting with people, interacting with our spouse. So we having negative thoughts put in our mind. So in order for us to to get the transformation to have a successful relationship, to have a successful day, we need to have more positive interactions in our mind. I would say 5 to 1.
Yeah.
So that means if we listen to hour of 2 hours of deceitful music, then we need to be listening to at least 5 hours of something positive.
Yeah, some motivation.
Something positive.
Yeah.
If we want to dictate and change the environment and kind of erase out the bad of what we've been accustomed to, and I know for most people it ain't been much.
Right.
It ain't been much positive. So in order for us to transform and regenerate our minds to kind of switch it and to create an environment for growth, we got to have more positive interactions.
Yeah.
Where it counts, and that's in our minds. That's what we listening to. If we want to create a more happy and growth environment, we want to provide an environment that our spouse or our partner is able to grow and even able to fully bloom. Even our children,
yeah.
And as they fully bloom, we need to not listen to all that crazy stuff. And nowadays, I mean, the kids they got their own little system. They got their own little phone. They got their own little headphones, and they tuned off by themselves, just feeding their subconscious mind. And then they out here hitting the streets, and then we wonder why they misconstrued.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, I don't feel for them, but I wish they listen. The new generation, they gotta listen to somebody, because we didn't have all this. I know people say this all the time, but we didn't have social media. We let our minds wander. We went outside. We went on the phone 24/7. We didn't have all these distractions and all this negative, and we didn't have to try to be somebody we want. It's just so much more distraction for these children, and so much negativity.
Yeah.
That they just need to listen.
Yeah, and there's so much negativity, so they got so much stuff pulling at their attention. They don't know.
I'm afraid for their relationships.
Yeah, I mean, if our generation don't step up and change it, the way people going, we become an individualist. It's me against you. It's not no us. I mean, it just so everybody just individualized.
Yeah.
And the way we going with all this animosity building up, it's gonna be crazy, man. I just see it being crazy for the generation to come if we don't step up and kind of erase all this negative mindset that our kids or even us we getting on. That's gonna come naturally.
And see that, and that's another thing. Social media and stuff, like I said, we didn't have it, so it's kind of like new to us too. So you find the people that's like 40 and 50 acting like kids.
Yeah.
So your kid, more than likely, they got the Facebook account, they got the TikTok accounts, so they see you.
Yeah,
they see you too. They're like, shoot, hey, mama can do it, daddy doing it, let me do it.
Yeah.
Even though they ain't grown, they shouldn't be. They still, So we definitely gotta be the
change we see. We gotta be the change we see, because everybody got an addiction, and if you don't tame your mind to get a positive addiction, your mind going to naturally, everybody got addiction. You're addicted to something, and this right here is a bit bigger addiction for a lot of people. Yeah, just this right here, you get your neck be hurting, but this phone right here is something that people can't put down. I see a lot of couples, they interacting with their partner, and they can't put the phone down. They in dinner and they can't put the phone down. They supposed to be talking and connecting with their partner, but they can't even put the phone down to have a decent conversation. We don't even know how to, but we can talk all day on this phone. We can text, and we be on Facebook doing the chitty chat and everything. But we can't hold a legitimate conversation face to face without interacting with this addiction right here, this phone.
Yeah.
And the crazy,
especially while out.
Especially while we in front of it with our family.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the kids. If you got the kids and everybody got a phone, let's say it's 4 of y'all in here, everybody gonna be on their phone. you're not even gonna be interactive talking.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, this phone right here got so much technology in here. We can use this right here for good, or we can use it for bad. But most people, we just use it just for talking or texting, or just really for bad, something to take our mind away. With this smartphone right here, they say we got enough technology in our pocket right here with this smartphone than they had in 1969.
Wow.
This in this smartphone, you got more technology and potential to transform your life with just this phone than NASA had when they sent Apollo 11 on the mission to the moon. The computers did not have this much technology that we got right here, access with this phone, but yet we use it. It's meant to be addiction, especially Apple.
Yeah, I agree.
It's meant to get you addicted inside their ecosystem so they can do what? Take your mind so you can be distracted while they making money. So we can be distracted. So we need to control ourselves.
Yeah.
So we not being distracted by all this technology. We using this phone and not yet to be a barrier to our communication and growing a relationship, what we're going to need right now in these coming years.
Yeah. Yeah, if we can control ourselves, there'll be a whole bunch more better relationships.
Yeah.
And marriages.
Yeah, and we can set the tone for the next generation coming up and show them how to properly communicate what we wasn't taught how to do.
Right.
Express our feelings so we ain't expressing feelings with guns and violence.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good stuff. All right. So, without further ado, we'll go ahead and talk about what men, one of the things that men need, or what motivates a man in a relationship. And baby, I'll let you.
One of the biggest things that motivates a man is respect and appreciation. Yeah. Man want to feel like he's respected. He want to feel appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
And if you take that respect and appreciation away, if you don't respect him, if you don't respect a man, you shouldn't be with a man.
Yeah.
Point blank, if you don't have respect, you need to get out of that relationship. I don't know what you're doing. You just prolonging the inevitable.
Yeah. And I know us as women, some of us have that ego, or should I say ego or attitude, to where we want to be like inferior to, like we want to have it. But no, you gotta respect.
Yeah.
You gotta respect the leader. He the leader. He the leader.
Especially if your husband now, if he ain't put a ring on it, then that's a different story. But you still want to show him respect because you wanted to lead. Hopefully, you in a relationship and most people I know you want to be in a relationship and you want to eventually get married, or you might just lead somewhere. You want to lead somewhere. You should be in a relationship with some kind of a vision for every relationship that you in.
Yeah, I feel like you still shouldn't disrespect them. Yeah. You know, if you ain't gonna be with him, just don't be with him. You know, if he got you to the point to where you gotta start calling them punks and cussing at them and just just leave them, let them go.
You can't get people out of the house.
Yeah,
you can't get them out the house, but show him his respect and appreciation, and then you're gonna see him. You're gonna give him that environment to develop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's good stuff. All right. Okay. So number one for a woman.
What does a woman need?
What does a woman want? What help motivate a woman is communication and emotional connection. You know, we're some emotional creatures.
Yes.
So
led 100% by emotion.
Yeah. So that's one of the biggest motivators for us. We need that emotional connection, and we want to feel heard. You know, we want to be seen. We want to be understood by our partners. So, yeah, like if I'm getting dressed or, and I'm looking pretty, I'm feeling like I'm looking pretty, I want you to tell me that, hey, baby, you looking pretty. You know, you look good today. What we doing,
Yeah.
Put something in my ear.
You want me to change up her hair?
Mm-hmm.
Let her know that she looking pretty.
I see it. Yeah, I see it. Okay, we want to feel like our partner is invested in our emotional well-being. Okay, so yeah, honey, ask me how I'm feeling. Anything I want to talk about. If I'm talking to you about something that happened, I want you to, put your phone down.
Put your phone down. And sit there and have a legitimate conversation. If we can do this for at least one or two, like I said, if you can do 5 or better, when your partner is actually talking, you stop, put your phone down, and actually look at them. Give them that 10, 15, or it might even be like 10, 15 seconds of conversation. Like I did, I started to demonstrate that today.
Yeah, you did. And if a woman ain't talking, something must be wrong.
Something must be wrong.
Show some interest. What's wrong, baby? Is there anything I can do? Talk to her.
And that shows that you're emotionally aware. So I mean, ain't nothing like your woman over, she all in a pissy fit, and you not really paying her no attention. You didn't even realize the whole day she been mad because y'all don't really talk and communicate.
Yeah,
that's not good in a relationship. It's not gonna last like that.
No. We are emotional creatures. Alright, so number 2 for the man.
Man need communication and understanding.
Alright, so that's one of, so if you notice, women need communication
and
emotional connection. A man also needs communication, but a man needs understanding. He wants that understanding.
Yeah, and he don't want to be like you criticizing him or judging him. He want to be able to openly talk or say something to you like, but I'm not feeling this job or something. You not like, hey, what you mean not feeling the job? We need, we need the money.
Right. Yeah. Be a little understanding.
Be a little understanding, yeah. And I know it's hard to be understanding. Every job is like that. Like, I'm on every job.
Right. Well, every week you getting fired.
Yeah.
I ain't got no job.
Yeah, but communication and understanding, just to be that we can honestly, openly talk to you without fear of judgment and criticism.
Yeah. And another thing for women.
Number 2.
That women want, what we want, what motivates us is trust and respect.
Yeah.
We want trust. We want to know that when you leaving, you ain't going to do nothing, because I ain't gonna say all women, but a lot of women.
Yeah, insecure.
Yes, insecure about that thing. They think you're going to cheat. If you stay out too late, they think you cheating, or they think you got another girl or something going on. You could just be at work, but hey, if you haven't, again, communicated to us, if we have reason not to trust you, then we thinking you cheating.
Well, little things like this phone right here, going back to the phone, like the Apple phone.
Yeah.
So the Apple phone got tracking on it. And you can share your location with your wife, and you get to share it with your family and all this stuff. So one of the things that could build trust is maybe some of y'all lacking trust is to allow location on your phone. Let your wife know your location so she know where you at all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So you ain't be like you hiding stuff. You're like, nah, babe, look, check my location. I'm right here.
Right. Oh, they're like, oh no, he didn't.
But yeah,
yes,
Apple, you got the thing that you can check the location on the phone. You can go on your hubby phone or your baby, your wife phone, and you can add location if you got a smartphone. I don't know if you can do it with Android.
Yeah, it's a certain app that you gotta get. You can get, I think. Yeah. We'll put it in the description.
But Apple, you can add the tracker, and you're able to track your kids. You're able to track everybody that you want to track.
But you gotta make sure that if your significant other, is not wanting you to have that location, and that's something you would have to do on your own.
That could be a sign. Yeah, you might have to do it, but that's also that they might say that that's being
sneaky.
That's being sneaky. Or you being too overprotective.
Yeah, it is kind of sneaky though to get your significant other's phone and just add the track.
Yeah, now that's kind of sneaky if you just sneak and do it. But you gotta like, man, let's share tracking so we know what we just
I give you mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you mine. Let's share tracking.
Yeah. And if that person, if that partner not down,
then
something's up.
Yeah. If they're not down to share that location, if you especially you know if they ripping and running the streets, if they out all times of the day and they be gone and you be calling, you can't get in contact with them. Sometimes it's just be like share the location. If you got an Apple phone, share the location to build that trust and ultimately show that you respect your feelings and you trying to make the relationship work.
Yeah.
That's what that's gonna show.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to build trust, then if you got an iPhone, put that track on.
Right. Women, we simply want to give our partner our hearts.
Yeah.
So we want to be able to trust them with it, and we want to be able to trust them with our vulnerabilities. When we're feeling vulnerable, we want to be able to talk or let them know, what we're going through, and we want to be able to feel like we can trust that you're going to listen to us and, give us some feedback. And we also want respect. We want to be respected for our opinion, and we want to be respected for our decisions that we make.
Yeah.
So that's self-explanatory, but if we're making an informed decision that maybe you might not even like the decision we made, but don't come off on us like, why you do that, And I know it's hard, but sometimes we genuinely just be trying to make the best decision that we can make in that at that time. Maybe we might have to decide whether or not to pay this bill or that bill, and if we don't pay the right bill that our man or our spouse wanted us to pay, we don't want you to fuss at us for that, jump down our throats for that. We want to feel respected for our opinions and decisions.
And
pretty much.
Don't drop that respect, because respect, you got to keep it up.
Yeah. All right, so let's hop back on the men. Number 3.
Men need affection and intimacy. Physical affection, intimacy are also important. They motivate a man. And they give him that push that he needs to keep the day going, man. Ain't nothing like sometimes, like I said, just intimacy.
Yeah.
In the morning time.
Yeah. And intimacy, don't get me wrong. Well, it might be for a man.
Yeah.
It ain't always
for a man, most of this intimacy is affection and intimacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Affection is touching, little kisses, and, little strokes of the back.
I even say that, words can be affectionate.
Yeah,
like,
words too. Yeah,
so much. Just like being.
But that goes. You got to know your partner love. Like, it's what do they consider affection? They might consider words affection, or they might consider touching affection.
Yeah.
That's why you got to get to know your partner. The best way to do it is put down this phone and to talk and ask questions, so you get to know somebody that's going to ultimately make your life happy or miserable. If you want to be in a relationship, you gotta. What we doing is going to dictate if our life's going to be happy or miserable. And so together they built a life that they love. So whatever the life that we building, we the ones in charge. Whatever we got in our life. So men need affection and intimacy so they can keep going. And if you can keep that provided throughout the day, then we're going to turn a day into a good day. Then we can turn a week into a good week. Then we can turn a month into a good month.
Yeah, so basically women or whoever, men want to be desired. They want to feel desired.
Affection and intimacy. We need it daily.
Yep. All right. So for us women, number 3 is also affection and intimacy. Ain't that something? So it's the same for men and for women. The only thing is, women, they like to feel more, loved. We want to feel loved.
Yeah, intimacy outside of the bedroom.
Yeah.
Intimacy starts outside of the bedroom for a woman.
We want to be, desired too. So, number 4 for men.
Number 4 for men. Shared goals and interests, man. We want to be on the same page. You want to have some kind of goals that we're working to. If you are somebody who's working towards a goal, if your goal is whatever level you on, man, your partner, I mean, you probably got a partner that's on the same level, or if not, then y'all growing apart. But a lot of times, whatever level we on, that's the level we on. So if our interest at the time is to get a job, then that's a shared interest.
Mm-hmm.
If our interest at the time is to pay bills, then that's a shared interest. But if our interest at the time, the older you get, you require bigger goals, and I want somebody who share good goals and bigger inspirations, and to kind of help me do that, craft the environment and create the environment for we can share our goals and we can grow together.
Yeah.
And be the best we can be every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so
and support me. And like
and
I said, support me when I do venture out in new ventures.
Yeah. Yeah, support them. It's gonna motivate them to continue to pursue those passions and goals. If you don't want that man that lay in the house and play the Nintendo, is it still the Nintendo?
I play PS4.
If you don't want that, then just support him.
Yeah, but like I say, you gotta create that environment. That means, like I said, put motivation on, some kind of motivation. When you wake up in the morning, you should be thanking God, you should be listening to something to God, and you should be listening to something to motivation. You should start your morning off with something motivating, inspiration, new words that you never heard. Most people ain't never heard before.
Yeah.
When you go during the daytime, you should be, like I said, you should try to have 5. You should be listening to more positive than negative stuff during the day. If you want to start creating a different environment to growth in your relationship, then you need to have more positive stuff come to your head so you can reach those goals, so you can begin to talk and open up the interest and open up line of communication so y'all can find out the shared goals and interests. Some people don't know what it is because they're not able to talk.
Right. Shoot. If I think about it like this, when you wake up, if you want to stay up in spirit and just you want to stay up, you want to, and I don't mean up like woke. I mean stay up in your spirit. You want your mind up. You want them positive vibes. Yeah. Keep going positive. Don't go positive, negative, positive. It's like up, down, up, down. You want to just feel good.
Yeah. So the more, like I said, the more positive interactions you can feed in your head during your course of your time, when you got stuff that you can actually dictate what you listen to, and that's normally in the morning time. Everybody got a phone. That's normally when you're in your car, on your car ride. You got a phone too. A lot of times people do spend a lot of time commuting and stuff to work. They might be an hour in the car for like an hour, 2 hours in the car. So you should be lit. That might be your time that you feed your mind with positive interaction and create a different environment that you want to ultimately take you out of the environment you're in. Because our thoughts and our pattern of thinking got us thus far, and our thoughts and our patterns gonna get us to the next level.
Right. Yeah. Number 4 for women is, guess what? The exact same thing. Shared goals and interests. Yeah. So I mean, it's really not hard to motivate a woman and a man in a relationship. They basically a lot of time need the same things. Just not knowing it, but
a lot of times, just the same things.
Yeah.
The only difference is like the affection, the part of affection.
Yeah, like a woman want a man to be invested in her goals and her dreams and aspirations. She wants him to be invested in that, and a man wants support, But it's all the same. It's all the same. Share goals and interests. So it kind of speaks for itself. That's number 4 for the man and the woman. Yeah. So number 5 for a man.
A man, like I said, a man need to feel he needs personal growth. He need to be able to feel like his independence. He need to be able to feel like the man. Mm-hmm. He need to feel like he is the man. The man needs to feel like he is the man. If he is the man. If he's not the man, he might not need to be in your household if you don't feel like he's the man. But if he is the man, then we need to feel like we the man.
Right. Personal growth and independence. So women, just make sure women and whoever your partner, make sure that you give him enough space to be that individual.
Yeah. And show him, like I said, you got to create the environment to show that man how to step up and be the man he need to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes everybody, you just don't, it just don't happen.
Right.
Nothing just happen. You got to seek out. You got to seek your best self. You got to seek if you're your husband or your man, you got to push. You got not push him, but you got to show him how to be a man. Sometimes you showing a positive man on there that putting positive inspiration. That's probably something that he never heard in his life. Yeah. He probably never heard that, man, you can do better than this. You can do more. You'd be surprised how many people never heard of simple words like that.
Yeah.
Little simple things that create the environment that cause him. If I would never be this man. I would never look back and see years from now that I'm right here, this man I am today.
You would have never thought.
I would have never saw that. But I had to go out here and seek a better version of me. I said, no, this is not it. So I got to go out here and seek a better version of me. But everybody not a me. Sometimes you need somebody you got to be the change you want to seek. So if you want a man to step into his best self, to be his best man, then create that environment, create more positive inside your household on a daily basis. You're going to see transformation start to occur.
Yeah. And with that said, we don't have to nag. That's a good way to stop women from nagging too. Just cut something on.
Yeah, hey, that's what I'm saying.
You ain't even gotta say that. Just cut it on.
It's a powerful. Just put something on, like I say, to contradict his heart. Mm-hmm. You want to be like, hey, Les Brown, get off that couch, you bum. Mm-hmm. Hey, put something on that'll contradict his heart, because his heart and his mind just don't believe. Sometimes you gotta. He need to seek. He needs stuff to kind of install new stuff in his mind. Because we all been dealt with what we dealt in the past, and it probably wasn't positive. Some people was, but majority of us, we did not hear positive stuff, get going, motivational stuff. We heard that you could do it, baby. You could be anything you want. That little stuff like that. But it's a whole lot more words out here. We got a big vocabulary that people just not haven't heard, that might create that spark in him that just set the fire, that just changed the course of his life or her life. You never know. And not only that, motivation for in the morning and the afternoon, just during the daytime, is going to be whoever put it on too. Maybe you haven't listened to stuff like that, but personal development, I think, is the key that get a lot of this stuff going, and just to get the woman motivated, get the man motivated, and get your kids motivated if they set the growth. And this going to also weed y'all apart. If y'all not meant to be together, then growth and personal development is going to tear y'all apart, because y'all not unequally yoked. Mm-hmm. Growth and personal development is going to tear y'all apart if y'all unequally yoked and y'all trying to grow, because you're not going to go. He trying to grow and he like, oh no, she trying to go, I ain't with that, or he trying to grow, I ain't with that. It's going to tear y'all apart. Yeah. And it's going to save you a lot of time. So the quicker you get to growing and getting this stuff and creating positive reaction in your household, then you're going to start weeding out the people that's not supposed to be in your life. Yeah. That's like pruning, so you can get to that next level where you deserve to be.
Yeah. Just to piggyback a little bit off what you said earlier, we talking about the motivation. We know that our children, our spouses, they don't like to hear the stuff from, like the children don't like to hear the stuff from the mom or the dad.
They don't.
As soon as somebody else tell them,
they're like,
oh, they come back and run to you with so much excitement. I'm like, I've been telling you this your whole life, So yeah, definitely put on that motivation. If they hear from somebody else, like you said, it will just spark something.
It'd be nice to have your kids listen to it, like I said, E.T., Eric Thomas. It'd be nice to just have your kids listen to stuff before they go to school. Like I said, if y'all somebody, I don't know your style or lifestyle, you wake up in the morning, you wake up and you like get the kids interaction. Maybe your boyfriend, you might be asleep or so, but if he get up and you getting up in the morning, just find a time when you can put stuff on where y'all both can hear it, and y'all can both like just get new subconscious in your mind. And have the kids listen to something positive when they get up in the morning.
Yeah, because they definitely ain't going to get
start their day. Yeah, because you're not going to get the school is not meant to teach you what you need to be out here successful in life. School is meant to teach you the fundamentals of life, of education, so you can go ahead and get a good job. So we hope this helped you guys.
We ain't finished.
Okay,
so that was number 5. So men need personal growth and independence, and women, we need personal growth and empowerment. Personal growth and empowerment.
I thought we were done.
No, we didn't. So those are motivators for women. We want to feel like, you know, we have space to grow and develop as individuals, just like the men. We need that space. So as you can see, it's still, well, that's three of almost the same things needed in a relationship. Well, motivators in a relationship for a man and a woman, okay? So now we can wrap it up. So in conclusion, some of these things motivate men and women in relationship just the same as we were saying. But for men, it's respect, appreciation, communication, understanding, intimacy, and affection, shared goals and interests, and personal growth. Independence are all key factors that motivate men to be the best partner they can be.
Yeah, it is.
All right, and women.
Yeah.
So that takes it for everybody. So some more motivators for women are emotional connection, trust, respect, affection, shared goals and interests, personal growth, and empowerment. Okay? And motivate a woman to be the best partner she can be.
And to create that peace and create that environment for growth that ultimately so we can be the best person that we was today, make it better yesterday, man.
Yeah.
Keep growing.
Yep. So thank you guys so much again for watching the video. We hope it was helpful to you.
Yep.
All right. And we hope all of you have a blessed relationship.
Subscribe to the channel and we're going to get deep with you guys.
Yes, we are. We're still new in this, so you know it's going down now. All right. And they had vision.
Yeah. And together they built a life that they love.
Yeah.
So go out there and build it. We'll see you in the next one.
Yes, we will.
Oof.